We could easily settle for the comfort of an ordinary belief system. It requires little effort and offers immediate solace. Yet we push forward, enduring the friction of human existence. The question is why we choose this harder path. Robert Monroe proposed that the environment we occupy, what he called the Earth life system, is not the result of chaotic biological accidents. Instead, it functions as an exquisite, intentional teaching machine. This specific planetary setup provides conditions unavailable anywhere else. It is a highly localized laboratory where abstract energy takes physical form, allowing it to be manipulated, tested, and ultimately understood. When viewed through this lens, human existence becomes a temporary, rigorous academic curriculum. The struggles we face stop looking like random suffering and begin to operate as intentional, measurable design. The core operating mechanism of this machine is polarity. We exist in a world of unyielding contrast, hot and cold, fast and slow, strong and weak. This strict division is what makes the very concept of measurement possible. Without this polarized environment, an intelligence has no reference points. We need these stark boundaries to learn how to separate, evaluate, and compare one state of being against another. This rigorous comparative training has an ultimate outcome. It gives the human mind the exact tools required to perceive, define, and appreciate beauty in dynamic motion. The physical limitations and harsh extremes of this environment serve a specific function. They operate as necessary instruments, building our capacity to comprehend complex value. To navigate this curriculum, we are equipped with specific biological hardware, a divided thinking process, commonly categorized into the distinct functions of the left brain and the right brain. The left brain serves as our mechanical executor. It handles mathematics, speech, and organization. It generates our relentless optimism while simultaneously absorbing the exhausting, orderly demands of continuous production. The right brain governs an entirely different territory. It is the source of our intuition, our spontaneous emotion, and our ability to grasp concepts that strict logic cannot easily quantify. Monroe observed that this division has generated a long-running cultural conflict. Dominant thinkers on either side routinely dismiss the other, labeling the opposition as either unimaginative and dull or unfit and impractical. This internal battle creates a severe inefficiency in our evolution. By favoring one hemisphere over the other, we obscure the unified purpose for which this divided hardware was designed. The explicit directive here is to declare a permanent peace in that cultural conflict. Our presence in this system has a structural intent. We arrived specifically to develop the left brain intellect. Our right brain gifts, our intuition and emotional depth, were already inherent to us before we entered the curriculum. The ultimate objective of our biological hardware is to bring both halves into simultaneous, synchronous action, operating them in perfect tandem without abandoning one for the other. Living within this system without getting permanently trapped requires strict protocols. First, you must recognize that your consciousness exists independently of your physical body. You must also actively direct your primal survival drive, rather than allowing it to control you. Next is maintaining your transient status. Your participation here is voluntary. You retain the option to pack up your experience and leave whenever you choose. You are instructed to experience life fully, absorbing both the extreme highs and the severe lows, while remaining vigilant against forming an addiction to the system's comforts. You must heavily exercise your mind, solve problems, construct things, and observe beauty. Every emotional memory you generate serves as gathered data to pack into your travel bag. Cautionary. But there is a final warning. Do not attempt to rebuild the Earth-life system into an immortal utopia. History shows that in the end, the system will always reclaim it. Moving past the theory, the process requires a physical and psychological transition. Monroe described it as a quiet expedition down a dense forest path. The tree line suddenly ends. The landscape opens onto an expansive, unrestricted view of the ocean, stretching out beneath towering clouds, marking a clear boundary. Arriving here allows a reflection on the massive accumulation of knowledge acquired over eons. The evidence is visible in our structural and engineering output, driven by the relentless focus of the dominant left brain. We took that intellectual output and applied it to complete our physical mastery of the planet, directing global logistics across every corner of the Earth's environment. We stretched our analytical sensors deep into the cosmos, continually seeking external answers. Yet, despite this vast technological reach, there remains an uncomfortable, lingering sense that a crucial element is missing from our graduation. We have to redirect our focus away from those massive achievements. Looking back to the quiet forest undergrowth, a small figure appears, the original ancestor. This primal animal energy carries our first spark of consciousness. It looks upon humanity's highly evolved intellect with deep parental pride. This raw, instinctual presence is not something to be hidden or devalued. It demands to be integrated and honored as the essential, foundational bedrock of the human mind. With intellect, intuition, and our animal ancestry finally integrated, the curriculum reaches its end. Humanity can pack its gathered data, offer a quiet goodbye to its origins, and peacefully graduate from the Earth-life system.